Hey everybody, welcome back to the Magic Channel Card Tricks, and today we're going to look at the top 10 props that you need to become a magician. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. Before you forget, hit like, subscribe, and follow. Mash all those buttons because this channel is a great resource to learn beginning level magic. Right here on this channel, I have tons of videos that'll teach you how to do card tricks and magic tricks using ordinary objects you can see and find lying around your house. But today, we're actually going to talk about magic props. What are the props that magicians start out with? If you were going to learn magic from scratch, what are the top 10 things you need to become a magician? Let's go. So at the very beginning of this, we need some resources to learn magic tricks. And so I want to start you off with the very best. This is Michael Amar's Easy to Master Card Magic. This is a series of videos that master magician Michael Amar has put together. Each one of these volumes has 10 easy card tricks that anyone can do at any skill level, and they're good enough to perform in a professional setting. Also, each download comes with some special props that you need to have for the bonus trick that's included. I believe each video is around $25, and they're guaranteed to give you some really solid teaching, and you'll be off and running doing card tricks for your friends almost immediately. And so as you improve in your card magic skills and you're ready to take on a little bit more of an intermediate approach, I would recommend the Card College series from Roberto Gaovi. Now, each one of these books is an investment, absolutely. They're not cheap in any way, but these books are filled with the very best card magic and the very best card magic instruction that you can find anywhere. People can spend hours and fill up long lists of their favorite card magic books, but none of them will come close to the knowledge and the information that you will get from the Card College series. This is highly, highly recommended, not just from me, but from card magicians everywhere. And then third, as you branch out from card magic into other areas of magic, I would strongly recommend the Tarbell course in magic. Again, this is a volumes series. There's several of these books. And again, this is going to be an investment. Each one of these books are not inexpensive, but again, they're going to be filled with time-tested classics, and you're going to learn everything. All aspects of magic, whether it's card magic, coin magic, sponge ball, parlor, rope magic, mentalism, it's all going to be within these books. And with Michael Amar's video series, Card College and the Tarbell course, you're going to have everything you need to get started. All right, so let's look at some props. I think the first prop that you will need is right here. You're going to need a good close-up mat. Now, the close-up mat is good for lots of things. Primarily, we think of it as being a nice, smooth surface for your playing cards. You know, when you lay your cards down on the table, you want to take care of them. A lot of times your cards are an investment, your coins are an investment. So you want to put something down that's going to protect your cards, but that also looks professional. Now, I actually have a card mat underneath this one. So you can get ones like this that are hard-backed. They're a little bit more expensive, but you can also get something like this, which is just a nice, soft, velvety surface. But again, both will do the trick. So invest in a good close-up mat. Item number 2, I would recommend sponge balls. Sponge balls is a great all-around magic trick for beginners and intermediates and professionals. This is something that a lot of beginner magicians start with. It's a great tool to learn dexterity and to learn sleight of hand, but professional magicians use sponge balls in their routines. I've seen magicians fool audiences on television with sponge balls. You will never, ever hear a magician badmouth sponge balls and say, oh, don't get it, they're not worth your time. Get a nice set, This was a Magic by Gosh. These are 2-inch bright red sponge balls. Again, you're gonna learn sleight of hand, and some of the things that you learn with sponge balls will carry over into coin magic and other areas. And it's a magic that's good for all ages. Kids love sponge balls, and so do adults. All right, so the 6th item that we're gonna look at is something that's been called the secret assistant, but it is a thumb tip. Now, I'm not gonna open this, I'm not gonna show it to you, but when you are shopping, I would suggest you get a thumb tip by a company called Vernet, V-E-R-N-E-T. And I prefer the king size. King size. I think that one does the best. I think the bigger the better, because as you're starting out, you're going to want something that's got a lot of space. But a thumb tip is literally a prop that will give you hundreds of tricks. There are so many tricks out there that are in book form that will probably say, use your thumb tip. Not just the books I mentioned, but other books as well. And so I think time and time again, when you look at the magic kits that you buy in stores, you know, at the holiday times, or if you were just to walk into a magic store and ask the proprietor their advice, they're going to say, start off with a thumb tip. It's something that all magicians own, and we all started off learning its secrets. Item number 7 is to get yourself a nice set of coins. But primarily, along with the coins, I would say the gimmick you need is an expanded shell. All right, now again, I'm not going to show you what that is. That would be a secret in magic. But if you're thinking about doing coin magic, getting yourself an expanded shell along with 4 coins that match your expanded shell is going to be something that you will do and perform for the rest of your life. When you learn expanded shell routines, you're going to become a master at coin magic. And if you have a nice set of coins plus the shell, I guarantee you that when you're back in those books again, or maybe you get Bobo's book on coin magic, you're going to learn so much and you're going to have so many opportunities to use both those props. And again, they're going to teach you sleight of hand, misdirection, and things that will carry over into other branches of magic as well. Okay, number 8. The next thing I would say is get yourself a nice hunk of soft white rope. Rope magic is something, again, that carries over into all branches of magic, whether you're doing parlor magic, stage, party magic for kids, if you're performing for children, performing for adults. Rope magic is a lot of fun. And again, there's so many lessons in rope magic that will help you with sleight of hand, presentation, misdirection. You've probably seen some rope magic tricks that have fooled you. Penn and Teller famously do rope magic. This is something that is easily purchased, right? And it's something that you can go out and get again, right? Just find some nice, soft, white, thick rope. And number 9, of course, you are going to need a deck of cards, right? And when people talk about what's the best deck of cards to use for magic, there's only one suggestion, and that's get yourself a deck of bikes. Get yourself a deck of red or blue bicycle cards. The United States Playing Card Company makes the best cards on the planet, and they're easily recognizable by anyone in the world. When you pull these out, no one's thinking to themselves, oh, I bet that's a trick deck of cards, right? Because this is the same deck they see at their grocery store. So pick up a couple decks, decide whether you like red or blue, and start performing with a deck of bikes. But I will say, if you are going to get a trick deck, then I would suggest getting the invisible deck. This is the trick deck that blows people away. This is the trick deck that David Blaine did in his very first TV special. The invisible deck is arguably in the top 3, if not the number 1 strongest magic trick that you can do with a gaffed deck of cards. And they're super inexpensive. It'll come with instructions when you purchase yours, and make sure you get a deck that matches your normal everyday deck. So this comes in red bicycle, so make sure that your invisible deck is a red bicycle deck as well. Which takes us all the way to number 10. And for number 10, I'm gonna let you pick, okay? So for number 10, I'm gonna suggest get a nice set of cups and balls or a nice set of linking rings. Now, I'm sure you've seen both tricks performed, and you might be gravitating towards one or the other. Now, both tricks, if purchased well, are expensive and they take time to master. So I would suggest mastering one at a time and lean towards the one that you think is going to work the best for you. Lean towards the one that you like the best, that works best for your personality. Now, obviously, cups and balls is something that you're going to do seated at a table. And again, you're probably going to use your close-up mat. But if you choose to purchase linking rings, that's something that you do standing, perhaps for parlor or stage. So maybe deciding which venue is going to be where you perform the most. Do you see yourself performing seated at a table with friends, or do you see yourself on stage? So for your number 10, I would suggest making that purchase, that investment, getting a good set. Don't bother getting a cheap set to start with. Just go right into getting a nice good set that'll last you forever. Start to practice using the weight of good cups, the weight of the balls, and getting used to the materials. Practice with the good stuff, and then you'll be ready to wow your audiences. So number 10 is get a good set of cups and balls or a good set of linking rings. All right, so that's everything, and I hope that gave you a good place to start. There's a lot of good resources in this video, and of course, you can always go back and re-watch it. If you're gonna purchase any of these items, I would suggest the brick and mortar magic store in your area. Always support your local brick and mortar magic stores. But if you don't have one near you, then I would recommend going to penguinmagic.com. They are one of the largest magic distributors, and it's a great resource. They're probably gonna have all the things that you need. Lastly, I would say new magic comes out all the time. In fact, new magic comes out every single year, and you will always see new commercials, new trailers, new advertisements, hoping to lure you to buy the latest and greatest. Let me just tell you, the books that I recommended to you, the props that I recommended to you, those tricks will last you a lifetime. You could spend your entire life mastering just what we talked about today. Magicians first train themselves on foundational magic, the things and the places where we all start and we all first learn to grow. Don't feel tempted to always need the latest and the greatest. Just because it's new doesn't mean it's the best. We all stand on the shoulders of giants. Magic has been around for hundreds of years. Learn the basics, get these props, and start amazing your friends and family today. Of course, if you have any questions, you can ask them down below. I'll be happy to ask and answer anything for you, and hopefully some other friendly people on the internet will as well. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, have you ever purchased a magic trick that they said was easy or for beginners, and when you opened it up, it was just a bunch of parts and some typed out instructions? Like, how are you supposed to figure out how to do a trick with instructions that are this small and there's just no detail, right? No video, no pictures. You're so disappointed. You wanted to learn how to do this trick, you thought it'd be fun, and then when you got it in the mail, you were sorely disappointed. I want to help you. This channel wants to help you. I have a whole playlist of instructional videos that'll walk you through my personal handling on these tricks plus many more. Now, obviously, you need to own the tricks, right? You need to own the tricks in order to perform them. You won't be able to do any of these tricks unless you actually own them. But another great way to use this channel is as a way to look at tricks that are available on the market and to decide whether those tricks are gonna work for you. I purchase all of my tricks from penguinmagic.com. And so if you'd like access to that playlist, if you would like to see kind of behind the scenes and get my personal handling for these tricks plus many more, you can hit the join button down below and subscribe to this channel for only 99 cents a month. And as long as you're a subscriber, you'll have access to those videos plus any new ones I continue to make. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week.